Okay, this is the Eckville shelter. Cots for 6 people. Place to hang. This door does close. This door does close, but so you can sit in here, rest, get decent night's sleep. There's a bench here, picnic bench over here. Zeus. There is a charging station. Outlet there. This is the caretaker's house. He stays there and he maintains this property. Not a very busy road. And then this is the garden. There's a privy up there with a flushing toilet and a solar shower. And then over the road over there is camping. So you can camp up over there. Real good little setup. It's about 0.2 off trail. So you do road walk back up there to get back on trail. But yeah, it's lovely. Yeah. Good night's sleep. Didn't hear any mice, but then I was fast asleep very quickly. Good morning from day 103. Just left the Eckville shelter. So I'm back on trail now. Not entirely sure what I got planned for the day. It's like, I think it's a 20 plus mile push to get to Palmerton. So I'm not sure if that is doable. But again, we'll sort of see. So first of all, there's a 1,000-foot climb starting very shortly. And then I'm up on the ridgeline, but I think I've got a couple of pretty renowned or hectic rock scrambles. So Knife's Edge, I think, is coming up today, which again is sheer cliff drop off and stuff, I think, but we'll see when we get there. First kind of landmark after the 1,000-foot climb is there's a place called the Lookout Hostel, which is about 0.1 off trail in about 10 or 11 miles. That has shower, resupply, bunks and so forth. Now I won't be staying there, but I might, depending on how hot and sweaty I get, I may grab a quick shower, if only to freshen up. And I may look at some resupply options, although I'm pretty much okay for food. But I do need gas for my cooking stove, because I've maybe got enough for one boil, and that's it. I missed buying gas back in Hamburg because I'm a fool, but we'll make do. I've got tortillas and other stuff to eat cold if need be, and like I say, I can probably do a boil if I need to, because I don't need much water for the ramen. But anyway, enough rambling. So it's looking forward to it. The day is pretty warm already. It's supposed to get up to like 25, 26, maybe even 27 degrees Celsius. So up to, I think, 83 Fahrenheit. Later, it's not supposed to be particularly sunny, more kind of sunny spells and cloudy here and there. There does seem to be rain on the way, so the forecast is saying that there's rain tomorrow and thunderstorms on the following day, which I think is Thursday. I'm trying to remember. Hiker brain is is terrible. But yeah, so potentially thunderstorms on Thursday. Now, again, how accurate any of this is for the trail and where I'll be on those days, who knows? But it definitely feels like the temperature and the weather is building towards something, and then probably be a bit of a downpour, and then probably a little cooler again. So we'll see. But yeah, it's good. I mentioned yesterday that I had a little trip and banged up my knee a little bit. Knee's a bit painful this morning. Definitely taking a little bit of warming up to get it loose. But it doesn't appear to be any like real damage, just a little bit sore. But then what isn't a little bit sore these days? So it was a quiet night at the shelter. There was a gentleman in there who was tenting away from everyone, so he was tenting up by the nearer to the privy, because the caretaker let him camp there because he had a bit of an upset stomach, though he says he's feeling better today. But then that guy, combined with another guy that we met, who started in Harper's Ferry a couple of weeks ago, who said he had some sort of stomach bug. So I don't know if it was norovirus or if it was just a general, food thing or whatever. But he was definitely feeling queasy. He said for 3-4 days. Has got me a little nervous about the potential of norovirus being here on trail, or something, if not norovirus, something similar for sickness wise. So always careful, but just going to be a little bit more careful around unknown hikers and people and public areas. It's a little bit of a tightrope. I don't want to get sick, but same point, getting sick is not the worst thing that can happen. It just might mean a couple of days of rest and recovery, but just something to be aware of. Unfortunately, I discovered a lot of that after I'd set up my my spot in the shelter last night rather than tenting. I set up in the shelter primarily because we had that rain as I was going in, and figured I would save my stuff getting wet overnight if it rained. Hopefully I don't live to regret that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, these miles won't do themselves. Like I say, the first kind of 10 miles or so is my initial push, and then we'll see how I'm feeling after that. For now, happy hiking. 1,000 feet done. Whew. Yikes. It worries me that I get so hot and sweaty and tired doing these 1,000 feet climbs. When it feels like we were doing 3,000 feet climbs and stuff back in the beginning. But then I remember that I'm doing them quicker and not stopping, and it's exertion for a shortish spell, and recovery's pretty quick afterwards. So I'm not that concerned. It's just, warm. But it wasn't too bad. Sometimes it's easy to get in your own head about these things. I hike too slow, I'm not doing enough miles, or the hills are too hard, and it's tough sometimes to remember just how well you're doing. So we're over 1,200 miles, which is wild in itself. Less than 1,000 to go. We're gonna start getting into what a lot of people say is the harder part as we get further north. So the whites in particular are difficult, and then obviously Maine and Baxter and Katahdin are all no joke. So there's a lot of very difficult stuff to come. But obviously a lot of what we've done so far has been building up to that. So trying to keep that a positive mindset about how well you're doing and not, you know, get too down about anything. But yeah, it's a good morning. It's what, 8:30, and I'm done maybe 2.5, nearly 3 miles now. I was going up there. Trail actually goes off over here. Yeah, so just keep on, as Dory would say, keep on swimming. Just keep swimming, man. Just keep swimming. This, or I guess more accurately, this is Dan's pulpit, I suppose. Fine views, indeed. Definitely fine views. Rocksylvania. Climbing through there, and then down here. Balance Rocks. Apparently a haven for snakes, which I can see why. Lots of good places to sunbathe, but still not seeing any. So lucky or unlucky me, you work it out. But the view, yeah, that's pretty great. Pretty great. It's real nice of Rocksylvania to occasionally give your feet a nice little chance to recuperate. So walking along this little forest track, there's occasional rocks, but for the most part it's nice and soft and easy going, relatively flat, and suddenly you're, or at least in my case, the aches and pains in my feet slowly kind of ebb away. Yeah, but almost certainly likely to root me back up into some hellacious rocks soon, just because AT. Yeah, so these about 3 miles to the road where the Thunderhead Lodge, which I think is closed today, but there is a spigot there apparently. But there's also the hostel, Lookout Hostel, like point 2 or something, just down the road, where they offer resupply and potential showers and those kind of things. So I don't know if I'm going to shower, but just because I'm probably going to get stinky almost immediately, but we'll see. In the meantime, yeah, very nice. And just a short little hike from trail is, I mean, it's along the side of the road, but it's fine. Down on there, it's pretty camping options. The Lookout Hostel. That's very cool. Very, very, very cool. This looks great. Oh, wow. So this is the lookout. Oh, there's AC on, it's beautiful and cool. It's got a private room reserved there. And then there is a resupply option here. Venmo, cash, shuttles. They have Wi-Fi here. They've got rooms down there. And then the fridge with cans. Oh my lord. these are Powerade ice pops. Ah, fantastic. This place is great. So yeah, so the lookout right on a great lookout spot with a little key as to what you're looking at. Beautiful. And this is Boomer's Jeep. So I guess Boomer's coming in here. I saw some packages back there for Couch, who's on his way. So lots of people. And then just Greyman Walking has just walked in. So great. But anyway, I'm back to trail. Heading back to trail now. Okay. That was a long lunch break. I don't know exactly how long, maybe an hour and a half. Maybe even nearly 2 hours. Who knows? But the Lookout Hostel is phenomenal. Like, it's 0.1, 0.2 off trail. You walk down that busy road to it, but then there was no one in there. Like, no guests, although some of the bunks had stuff on them. But there was no one in there at that point until Greyman turned up just as I was leaving. So you text the owners, who'll give you the code to get in, and then it's on the honor system. So I bought myself a couple of cold sodas immediately because I was so hot, and then sat in their air-conditioned room. Basically, it's like a big living area. You're just enjoying the AC and with my stuff on charge. It's only been a couple of days, but it's good to get give stuff a boost while you can. And so I just sat there chilling, eating my own food and a few bits that I'd picked up from the hiker food box and also from the that I resupplied from there. So again, on the honor system, I picked up some M&Ms, I picked up a Snickers bar, I picked up a new gas canister because as I mentioned before, I forgot to buy one in Hamburg. Now, I will say it is slightly more expensive than resupplying in a town or whatever. So the gas canister cost me $6, whereas normally a gas canister that size would cost me $5. So anybody who moans about it's expensive, whatever, like, it is a bit more expensive, but the convenience of it being right there, hell, I'd pay that and more. So I don't presume that any of them watch this, but Yardsdale and the people at the Lookout Hostel, big props to you and the work you've done there. It's just a lovely place, and I would definitely have enjoyed staying there, I feel, had I not been looking to push on. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's fantastic. In the meanwhile, I am hiking on, and I don't know how achievable this is, because I've got at least one rock scramble called Knife's Edge coming up, which sounds fun. But I've been looking at it and I've been thinking I might try and push to Palmerton today, which will be another 13-14 miles on top of what I'd already done, which was about 12. So would be tiring, with 24-25 mile day. And staying in around somewhere around there, because if I can, looking at the mileage, if I do that today, then it's 20 miles tomorrow to a place called Wind Gap, where there's the potential for getting a hostel or motel or something, if I chose to, and then it's only, I think, 19 into Delaware Water Gap. so I could be in by Thursday night. Now, again, I put very little faith in these, the accuracy of these, but looking at the weather forecast, it looks like maybe there'll be rain tomorrow afternoon / evening, potentially thunderstorms, and then rain on Thursday. So, first of all, some of these rock scrambles feel like they would be horrific when they're wet. So I want to try and minimise as much time on wet rock scrambling as I can. And secondly, I never mind hiking in the wet generally, but it's always nice when you're hiking into somewhere with wet clothes on rather than waking up and putting wet clothes back on. But again, I suspect I'll have to do a little bit of both. But we'll see. Again, I'm not going to kill myself to try and push big miles or whatever, but if I can make it to the outskirts of Palmerton or somewhere similar tonight, then that does put me in a really good place to potentially get into Delaware Water Gap by Thursday evening. And then, because I think Sass and Gadget are maybe going to be half a day or maybe even a full day behind at that point if I'm pushing, because I think they're being more sensible and looking to do safer miles over some of these rock scrambles. But so then I might zero in Delaware Water Gap, which would also give my feet a chance to recover a little bit from the pounding they're getting at the moment, because as I mentioned, I'm very much enjoying Rocksylvania. It's a fun, challenging set of rock scrambles, and then some of these lovely little paths to kind of recover on. But yeah, the rock scrambles are beating up my feet, and 2 or 3 more days of it I think is really going to start pounding. I'm already pretty much taking a couple of Advil every lunchtime, so I try to start the day without Advil, just because my feet should have recovered a little bit overnight. So I try that, and then at lunchtime I take a couple just to help the feet in particular, but also any other aches sometimes, but the feet in particular to not recover, because it's obviously they're hurting for a reason. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pain is usually a good thing, and I don't like masking pain with painkillers. But for this section of Pennsylvania, or Rocksylvania, it's almost a case of needs must. Just knock back the ibuprofen to allow yourself to kind of get through the section without slowing down to a literal crawl at some places. Again, hope that I'm not doing any more permanent damage to anything. Again, I don't think so. It's not. I'm checking at night, so I'm checking my feet to make sure there's no particularly bad bruising or hot spots or anything, and everything's generally okay. So I think it's just a little bit of wear and tear, and me being a bit of a wimp, where a couple of Advil, ibuprofen helps to just helps to get past the pain and helps reduce any swelling that might be occurring, so that I'm not getting too bad. But again, I still have to look after the feet, in addition to just popping painkillers. So, but yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, I'm now trying to traverse a lovely rocky section, so I will bid you farewell for the moment until we see some more views or some diabolical rock scrambles. So there's something called Knife's Edge coming up, which I'm expecting to be pretty spectacular based on the name and some of the descriptions. So I'll probably get footage unless it's death-defyingly horrible, in which case I may have no hands for phones because I'll be holding on for dear life. But we'll see. Hey, welcome to Knife's Edge, I guess. So scramble up there and then along here. There's probably going to be a limited recording while I do this so that I don't... okay, not too bad. Okay, I nearly fell and died immediately because I'm trying to record like an idiot, but hey, it's the footage we need, right? Of me dying. Okay. Yeah, this gets a little sketchy, so I'm going to put you away and I'll record later. Very cool. There's some... I hope they're eagles and not vultures waiting for me to die. Soaring up there. Yeah, I've not made it far. Whew. But yeah, I go up and over. Whew. Doesn't get any better. Yikes. And still we go on. Whew. Yikes. Okay, I just had to do a scramble down there because my water bottle, or one of my water bottles, took a dive out of my bag and down off that rock over there and down. Fortunately it stopped before it went too far. But firstly, leave no trace, but secondly, I don't have enough water to spare it. So yeah, now we go this way, hopefully with water bottles secured. Okay, down off Knife Edge. I survived somehow. Yeah, that was fun. A little sketchy. Would be great without a pack. But yeah, with a pack, and a heavy pack at that, it's challenging. But hey, no one said this would be easy, right? Ooh, love it, love it. Rocksylvania, you continue to be exciting and challenging and brutal on the feet. Now I just need to find a bit more regular water sources because I'm thirsty. Anyway, bye. Okay, bit of a tough scramble so far, but apparently somebody bought a bike up here. It's good to see that they're practicing safety though. It is locked to the tree. I don't even know how you get a bike up here. It's crazy, but I guess some people do. Hopefully that means it's going to get a little more friendly for the next little bit along here, because, oh boy, that was a tough little section. Look at this lovely black rat snake, I think. No rattle, just chilling. Moving pretty quick. Hi, buddy. Ooh. Goes up and up and up. Look at these rocks. And then from down there. Whew. Rocks. I I almost stepped on this, buddy. Look at him. Big old black rat snake. Just chilling on the trail. I'll leave you to it, buddy. I almost stepped on him because he was just camouflaged as a stick. Okay, I guess it's a good job I'm paying attention, because this little buddy just curled up right on trail. You can see the white blaze just over there, and he very nearly got stepped on. Or she, I guess. Sorry, Tim. Don't mean to misgender you, buddy. I'm going to give them a very wide berth. They're not rattling at me yet, so enjoying the sun. Looks very fat. This is what everybody wants to see. A cooler. It was closed, full of ice, and I've got myself a Coke that is cold, ice cold, and it might be the best thing I've tasted ever. So good. Even though I normally prefer Diet Coke, this is amazing. But there is, like, most of this is empty, but there is a full one here, and then a full one down there. Sorry, full one here, and this is full. And then this has a little bit in it, so it's still there. And then this is trash. Again, just from the wonderful Mary Poppins, who I just met at doing trail maintenance up at the shelter. Whew. And then all of this is
actually defrosted a regular turkey, and I looked at all the hikers. I said, "Guess we're having turkey dinner tonight."
Look at this. This is amazing.
Good.
Wow.